Okay, welcome to lesson number 2 of Beyond Beginner Baritone. And we have a fun lesson lined up. We're going to start with the second chord form. We're going to do what we did with the second one like we did with the first. Just work our way up the neck. And then we're going to do some finger picking. We'll use the same pattern as last time. Just because we're still probably trying to... finger picking is just harder for most people, so we'll use the same pattern, although there will be an alternate picking pattern we can use, and you've probably seen that by looking at your papers for lesson number 2. If you're interested in getting these PDFs, there's a link in the comments where you can purchase the PDFs for these lessons. Okay, so let's get started with chord form number 2. And it's the G chord. You know how to play the G chord. You don't put your fingers open on the top 3 strings and then 3rd fret on the E string, the bottom string. That's an easy chord. Everybody loves it because, man, I only got to put one finger on one string. Okay, that's true and that's good. But you can move this thing all the way up the neck. So let's take a look. We're going to look at page number 5. And the note we're going to use this time to name this chord is the G string, which is the 2nd string. So open without putting any fretting, pushing on any of the frets is G. 12th fret is going to be G. And then we're going to use our same formula that we used before in between B and C and E and F. You don't skip a fret, but all the others you skip a fret. Now you'll notice that as we're going, the root is also down on the bottom string. So incidentally, if you have the open is G, 3rd fret is also going to be G. So you have 2 ways of naming this chord, these 2 notes, but we're going to stick with the 2nd string, the G string. Okay, so that's G. You skip 2, we'll just do the note first. Open is G, skip a fret to A, G, and then the alphabet starts over, A. Skip a fret to the 4th fret, that's B. You don't skip a fret between B and C. 5th fret is C. Skip a fret to 7 is D. Skip a fret to 9 is E. E and F are right beside each other. So that would be 10 is F, and then 12, you're back to G. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. Now is all we're going to do is we're going to play the G chord. We move up 2 to A. Remember this second string, 2nd fret is the A note. So when you play the chord like this form, that's the A chord. Skip a fret to 4. That's B. Only go up 1. You don't skip a fret between B and C. So 5th fret is C. Skip to 7 is D. Skip to 9. That's E. E and F are right beside each other. So you have F right there. And then if you wanted to, you have G. Again, G, G. Okay, good. So now, not only do you have from the chord form lesson number 1 all your notes, man, you have a D right here. Now you have a D right here. Same with E. So you can see the versatility you're getting here, because if you wanted to play an E that was higher, right now you probably know this E, but now you know this E, and now this E. So it just gives you, what are you looking for when you're playing? Do you want to try to get a higher tone, or do you want to go lower? Well, this is just giving you all kinds of variation. Okay, let's get into the finger picking. So on page 5, you'll see our finger picking exercise. We're going to play each one 4 times. We'll start with G, and it's the same. Working from the top string down, and then back up. So it goes D, G, B, E, B, G. Okay, the same pattern we did last time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a waltz. Should have been 3. Okay, now we're moving up to A. Moving up 2 to B. Moving up 1 to C. Moving up 2 to D. 7th fret there. Moving up 2 to the 9th fret. That's E. And then 1 fret to F. And then 2, if you wanted to G. We threw in that extra G. Okay, really good. And you see the anatomy and the way that chord is made. I can go up higher on the neck than I could with the other chord form. It's just the way it is. And we all are okay with that. At least we should be. Okay, so good stuff. G. To A. Let's just do a thumb strum. That's G. Now let's do it up to A. Here we go to A. Now let's go up to 2 to B. Fifth fret to C. Here we go. Good. That's C again. So now you know how to play C chord form 1, and now this C chord form 2. Beautiful. Skip 2. Go up to D. And remember, it's that 2nd string, this one right there, that names it. So that 9th fret or 7th fret on the G string, that's our D note. Let's go up 2 to E. That's the 9th fret. And 1 to F. Notice I don't use my pinky there, don't need to, so it's just 1st and 3rd. Okay, so from G to G. Nice work. Now, those frets in between, the ones where we skip from A to B, those frets in between, they have names too, and we're going to get to those because, like it or not, we're going to have to use those. and it's all about music theory and why we have to use them. And I'm going to start talking as we move along about music theory and about how music is constructed, popular music, and that way it will help you to have this knowledge to be able to sit down with somebody and just start playing songs. So that there's going to be some more talky and less play stuff coming up, and it has to do really a lot with these notes in between. You have A, you have B. Well, what's going on in between? Why would I ever want to use that thing in the middle of A and B? That doesn't sound like fun. Well, we have to. Okay, let's move on to page 6. And let's just talk about a finger picking variation that you can do. And this one's going to trip you up a little bit because we're picking from the first to the third, the B to the G. I mean, what am I saying? D to B. Got my notes wrong. From the first to the third, then the second to the fourth. And it doesn't sound good. This is one of those that once you pick up speed on it, you know, slow, it's kind of like, well, ugh, what is that all about? But once you can play this faster. It gets to be really nice. You know, Sloop John B is a song that you could use that. So that's a nice variation you could do instead of doing as you're practicing this week, throw it in there and do the first one that we learned. All the way up. And then do the new variation. All the way up. And you can do that new variation with the chord form 1. Okay, so that's a new finger picking pattern to add and to start practicing. And it's really going to bump you back because it's going to be like learning all over again, but you'll get the hang of it pretty quick. So play with those. If finger picking comes easy to you, congratulations, you're in the minority and you're one lucky individual. For the rest of us, it takes a little bit more time. Okay, let's go to page 6. We're going to look at our strum variation, and if you can see, it says there is the 3 chord form, which we wouldn't play the pinky. We would just play the top 3, so that would be G, A, B, C, D, so on, but I'm not playing that bottom string. Now, if you're going to do that, you can't ring out the bottom string, or it's going to sound like dog water. That's no good. So I kind of mute it with my finger. I've done it enough that I can tell when I've muted it with that finger. So if you want to play, and this is a good exercise, this strum variation that we're going to do, to just play the 3, but you could. But we're going to throw in some fun stuff on the top 2 strings. And now if you look on page 6, you'll see that I've boxed in the top 2 strings. So let's just take A for instance. If I want to do something neat sounding, instead of just strum over and over, I can use these 2 notes. You skip a fret, so I'm here on 2 with A. I can play on the top 2 strings, I can play these two strings, the 4th fret. So, and just give me some variation, something that's going to sound. Okay, and what we're we're going to do is we're just going to play in between A and D. To D. And whatever strum you want to use is fine. I'm hitting it 3 times and then hitting it again, but I've muted the string, so it's just a chop. And that chop would be the snare drum. If there was a drummer playing, you know, and we're gonna get a drummer going, and that chop is where the snare hits too. So like I was saying in the previous lesson, your rhythm can act as a drum, and that's what it's doing. So let's use that strum. And the way I'm muting is I'm pressing, but when I want to mute, I'm just lifting my finger off the fret. Okay, that's going to be our strum, and let's just play along with the beat buddy and go between A, D, and A a little bit, and then we're going to add in these little notes that make it a little bit more fun. So here we go. Let's give it a little more volume. You hear that strum? Okay, so you can see that we're mimicking the snare drum. And what I do when I'm changing is just naturally there's this dead space in between where you're moving, so you can't very well be playing. I still hit the mute, but I tend to hit it 2 times real quick. And it's just a natural thing that I do, which would mimic That's what that would do. So it's okay to do something like that if it helps you to land on time with the chord change and stay on beat. Now let's do it again. Instead of doing the chop, let's add this 4th fret on the top string. Okay, here we go, beat buddy. Let's do it. that's good, all good stuff. And I know there's a lot that I'm piling on for you, and that's good because you can work your way and practice a lot of different things at once. One more thing that we can talk about is that box. So in A, you know, you have from 2 to 4 on the top 2 strings, and it's a pattern. It's a solo, part of a solo pattern. Okay, so as you get comfortable with it, you can stop strumming and you can play around with those notes. And this is a little more advanced, but we're beyond beginner now. And if you're feeling a little bit froggy and you like this, you can do this. So just look at this box, and the box is the same up in D. So you can play in it. But it's there. Same with D. Okay, so you get the picture. And that's kind of like a freewheeling thing where you can go on your own, get a beat going. So you can see that little box, it's right there to use. Now, if you were in C, it's the same thing. It's just skip a fret and use that little box. And E would be the same. So there you have it. There's just some little things that you can do to add some flavor. You know, if you're playing a song with somebody and they're singing along, and in that little break where they're not saying anything and everybody's just strumming along and you don't have somebody doing something, you know, hey, get back into it when. So it just gives you something to add a little flavor, a little something, and it's right there underneath your finger. And it's more, you know, that's kind of solo stuff. It's a bit, like I say, a bit of a solo pattern, but it's right there to use, so why not use it if you want. Okay, so chord form number 2, some finger picking stuff in there, and some strumming. Some strumming stuff. A lot to work on week number 2, lesson number 2. Okay, that'll do it. Next lesson, we're going to get into chord form number 3 and more fun stuff. So until then, have fun and keep on playing.